Okay, welcome YouTube. We are microneedling stretch marks today. I've got my Channel Pro pen and hopefully you guys can see everything. And sorry, I'm like looking at a couple monitors right now and it's saying there's like an error, but I hope that's not the case. I'm not exactly sure as usual why this might be having an issue, but it looks like it's fine on one side. I don't know, Melissa, does it look okay to you? I'm trying to, sorry guys. Let me skip the ad. Oh, okay. It is live streaming, sorry. I feel like the last couple ones I've launched have been like this. I'm not really sure why. Okay, let me just fix my view really quick. I don't know what's going on with OBS and like the interface to YouTube Studio. It seems like it's a little wonky. Okay, I do have a sugar-free Red Bull today. I know, if you've been with me for a long time, you know that I was an addict, then I gave it up. I'm not an addict anymore, but sometimes I do indulge. Today is one of those days. Don't hate me for it. Okay, let's get started. Hey, I've actually noticed that this wasn't always on TikTok Shop, but now it is. So let me pin it. So we're going to use the Revive Sonique. This is just a mini, wait, did that pin? This is just a mini little facial scrubber. It's a great deal. And I think there's like a $20 off coupon code for it too. And then I also have this Istra Auto Barrier Foaming Cleanser. I was just in Mexico City over the weekend, so I did take this with me. So that's where I trialed it. So I'm just going to dip my Sonique into the water. We're going to shoot some of this foam on top of it. Turn it on. That looks like a good light. And now we're vibrating. Yeah, let's do the purple pink. Now we're just going to scrub our face. I did go to the gym this morning at 4:30 a.m. with my son Turner. I do that on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays is when I go to hot yoga. Sometimes I do Saturdays as well in hot yoga or the gym. It just kind of depends on how full my plate is for the weekend. And how are you guys? And then, okay, Melissa says it looks good. I know, sometimes you need a bowl. It's true, Melissa. And, you know, I keep believing that eventually it's going to give me the wings that it claims it does. Been waiting for a long time, but we'll see. Can't ever give up. Okay, so you can see that this cleanser foams up super nice. Works really well with the Sonique Mini. I do have the Istra foaming cleanser also pinned in the carousel here on TikTok. If you are on YouTube, then we have a blog pinned in the comment section with everything that I'm using. Okay. We're getting super foamy. Okay, so has anybody been to Mexico City? Tell me in the notes if you've ever been to Mexico City or if you are interested in going and you've wanted to go. It was a quick, like 3.5 day trip. It was super fun. I felt like we hit like a bunch of the iconic things to do very quickly in Mexico City. So it was like check, 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 which is also great. So what did we do? So when we first got there, we went to a salsa and tortilla making like experience, you know, through like, I think it was probably through Airbnb experiences. That was awesome. The chef was super fun. And then also the other thing that was great about it that maybe you wouldn't think of is that I thought it was kind of cool not only to be learning different techniques with salsa or tortilla making, but the fact was that as soon as we got off the plane and dropped our bags at the hotel and went to this experience, all of a sudden we were engaging with different people, right? So there were just random people in this class with us, and they were all traveling from different areas of the world, visiting Mexico City. And I just thought, like, this is a great way to just jump into a city and experience and get to know people, because all of a sudden there was great conversation. A lot of these people had been there for a bunch of days, so they even had like great insight on the things that they loved doing, which was great for us to get insight on as well. And so then The next day, we went on this like all day tour of Mexico City where we went out to the chinapas, which are like the floating gardens. So if you don't know, Mexico City used to be like lakes, and that's the reason that a lot of their buildings are sinking. Like that major cathedral is literally sinking into this soft mud because they drain the lakes, but obviously they weren't building on bedrock, so the building is like literally sinking, and when you walk in it you feel like you're walking uphill. You're super like disoriented on because it's just not level. It's crazy. So okay, what are we gonna do next? We're done with cleansing our face. Let's put this stuff all over here. So then we went on these boats around these like riverways that are like the last remnants of the lake that was drained from Mexico City. So there's like these little areas and islands called chinapas where they kind of built land that's structured by willow trees. And that's how they did farming originally before they had all of this land from draining the lakes. And so we did that, which was fun. There's kind of like, it was kind of like party cruising in this area. Like tons of people were probably like having quinceañeras. I think somebody was even having a wedding out on these barges as you're like floating along, and then there's like music going and food, and it was just super fun. And you could like buy like little trinkets, and they even had like nurseries out there because it's a big growing area, so you could buy plants, different things like that. So it was just like fun. And then from there we went to the Frida Kahlo Museum. So if you're not familiar with Frida Kahlo, she was a female artist from like the 1920s in Mexico City. And you might be familiar with some artwork where there's like this strong unibrow of like a Mexican woman. That's Frida. So we went to her museum, and she had this really cool like colonial house, you know, when you go through the door and then you're like in a courtyard, and then there's like the pieces of the home kind of like surround the courtyard. So that's fun. And then what else? After that, trying to think, we just kind of like walked and ate on the street, got this really yummy chicken. And then the next day we went to the pyramids. So if you're familiar with the moon and the sun pyramid, they're right outside in Mexico City, and they actually predate the Aztecs who took over Mexico City. And these are really it's like a really incredible complex of these massive buildings, these huge temples, and even like they had sophisticated plumbing and waterways. It was really, really interesting. But then apparently around like 500 AD, they left the city. They think that it got too dry and the water dried up for them. And so then when the Aztecs came, it was already 800 years after they had left the city. So like the Aztecs arrived, and this whole moon and sun complex seemed like an ancient ruin to even them. And yeah, so it was just like an awesome time. On our last day, we went to the Zocalo, which is one of the largest plazas in the world. And it's where like the president's house is, and there's also a massive cathedral there. And we had breakfast up overlooking the Zocalo or the plaza, and it was just really great. It was a great, fun, quick experience in Mexico City. Highly recommend. So if you are a person who plans travel trips and you set reminders or alerts on flights, you should definitely add Mexico City to your alert list. Okay, so welcome, Kim. Hey, you guys. Sorry if I didn't catch your questions. I know I've been like storytelling as I've been cleaning my face. So what did I just use? I used the Prequel Glycolic Toner, which is super hydrating. Like, I know that it has acids in it, but it's never irritated my skin. I really enjoy Prequel products. In fact, today we'll also be using the Prequel sunscreen. I got this last week. Took it with me to Mexico City. I really, really like it. Okay, the next thing we're going to be using is these glowing peel pads. These will not be tagged on TikTok because these are not available there, but they are available on our blog with a discount code. Okay, so these are just another way of getting some exfoliation and brightness going on. So we'll just basically use these two. And these are more intense than that first Prequel glycolic toner that I used. But still not horrible. Like, if you have very sensitive skin, I think it's going to be totally fine. Doing kind of an extra exfoliation today just after traveling and like my skin, you know, collecting a lot of dirt, probably from Mexico City and all the, I mean, it's not crazy dirty. It's not like India or anything, because that's like a level of dirtiness like you wouldn't believe. But it's still not super, there's a lot of smog there, so obviously that's gonna embed in our faces. Okay, so just quick little swabs of that. Hey Kelly, how are you guys? Kathleen, welcome. Guess so sweet of you guys to always join me on YouTube. Tia Rose, Lena, welcome you guys. Fun at Granny's. Oh, that's a cute handle. Okay, what's up? What's next? Let's do some of that pink Medicube, and with it, we're gonna use our little Medicube device to just push it in. I did take this with me to Mexico City, and I'll release a little fun reel, but I filmed using it while I was on the flight, because it fits in your bag. It's super tiny. It's a great way to just like push in moisture while you're on a flight that can be very drying. So let's get this going. And remember, I'm going to be microneedling stretch marks today, so we're just hydrating my face. We're not going to be tearing it apart. So you just turn it on. It has 5 levels.
Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5.
Okay, I'm on level 5. So it has that electric current that is supposed to help push products in deeper. So it kind of makes your face twitch. Especially like up here in the sinuses, you can really feel it. And it'll run a 6-minute session. I don't really do it that long. I just kind of use it to push the serum in. And this one is available here too on TikTok. Let me see if I can be fancy and tag the correct thing. Oh, here it is. Okay. So there it is. I'm getting so much more sophisticated at the whole TikTok shopping, tagging, pinning live thing. It's crazy, you know, because in 2020 is when we, 1 minute past, see, it talks to you. In 2020 is when we first started doing Amazon lives, and that was the first situation where you had API of products in a live shopping situation. And it's really too bad that Amazon kind of missed the boat. I feel like they just did not get on top of that. Like, they had this great idea, but they just did not build a great algorithm for it. So most live streamers like myself who helped build it for the first 18 months kind of left because it just wasn't that successful of an algorithm to basically be pushing the live. So what Amazon did was they just basically bankrolled it to everyone to make it like worthwhile doing it. But they were set up to take over the live streaming product category. I mean, they should be number 1 in it, and they're not. TikTok, by getting all of the products launched into their catalogs, now is like definitely the number 1 place for doing this, I feel like. Okay, let's do this side of my face. It wants me to wear your live fest effect. I don't know what that is. TikTok, I don't know what a live fest effect is. Like, was I supposed to put some kind of effect on my live stream? I don't even know. Okay, Kelly says her daughter has it on her Christmas list. The Medicube. Yeah, it's pretty simple. This is the cheaper one. This is like the $60 one. I know that I tagged the Pro here, which is like the $200 one, but that's because they don't have this one available as a single SKU. It is, I think, like, hold on. I think I did see it in some other kits. Let me see if I found it. I may have not put it into this. Let me see. I think there's something else I can add. Let me see. So I think I saw this. Oh yeah. Wait. No, it's not in that. Hold on. Okay, just kidding. I thought it was here. I thought they had like a yellow thing where they had the yellow one in it, but it's not looking that way. So this is the one I'm using is the mini. I swore that there was one in there. Let's see. No, it's not there. All right. Well, just kidding. Just kidding about that.
4 minutes passed.
Okay, so we've been doing this for 4 minutes, just pushing this product in. So I haven't, so to finish this story and point, I have not used the more expensive one of this. This is the cheaper one, but I feel like the cheaper one is a good buy. It's successful at doing what it claims to do. And it's a great little travel one and a great price point for gift giving. So I don't know if you need to go the extra mile and get the more expensive Pro one. Okay. Now I have that Mixsoon bean cream we're going to put on. And this is also in here. It is available. But it's available in the Mixsoon kit. But this is actually a really good deal. So for like $66, you're getting 6 products. And this cream is actually one of the things that stood out to me when I tested all of the products a couple weeks ago. Especially for how cold and dry it is. This bean cream is nice and thick. So I really like it. I really like the texture of it. We'll just put it on our necks. Yeah, Melissa's like, set a price alert for it. It should go down. Yeah, because I bought this on Black Friday and I got it for $50. It was like 35 or 40% off on Amazon. So I know that like a good buy on this is around the $50 price point. Because they do sell it for that. Because that's what I got it at. Where's Edward today? Has anybody seen him? Did I just miss him? Maybe he's busy. Does anybody even know what Edward does for work? I know Lindsay's in like medical school. But Edward always seems like he's chilling. So does anybody know? Is he like a tech engineer or something and just like codes all day? Okay, I'm gonna use the Long G Manuka Honey Mask right now. You guys know that I like to multitask when I do my microneedling, especially on my body. And we will sheet mask while we do our microneedling session. I got a really good question on Instagram last night asking about do I prefer, like, why do I use the Channel Pro pen for microneedling stretch marks? Is it better than the Dr. pen? The truth is I've used them all. I don't think one is better than the other, but one of the reasons I like using the Channel Pro, well, this sheet mask is really big. Look at how far it goes into my hairline. One of the reasons I like using the Channel Pro pen on stretch marks is because its pinhead is so large. So you get really great coverage. So I just find it to be more efficient, right? Because look at how much bigger this stamping concept is than a Dr. pen, which is going to be a much smaller diameter. So I just feel like you cover a lot more square footage with the Channel Pro pen, which is why a lot of times I'll reach for it when I'm microneedling my body. Okay, you guys, we are at that time where we are going to start microneedling. Let me just move these products out of the way and we'll get ready. I know Melissa says that's a huge mask. It is a huge mask. Look at you guys. Like, so if you have a big face and you feel like it's hard for you to find sheet masks that fit and go the distance, well, let me tell you, this Lawn, and this, it's a weird name. Look at it. It's Lawn Point G. Okay. So yeah, these masks are really large. So I think they're great for getting full hydration coverage. Because normally, you guys know that I have that really tall forehead. It's like a 5-finger forehead. And a lot of times sheet masks will stop around here. So this is like almost like a full 2 inches of more margin, I feel like. So if you have a big forehead like me, you might really like this sheet mask. Okay. I really don't want to take off my sweatshirt because I don't want to be cold, but we probably will have to do that. Okay, so this is the Dermaheal HSR serum. So this is just a hyaluronic acid. This is not cross-linked, and we are going to use it to microneedle our hips today. Take off its metal cap, pull out its rubber stopper. And 1 second, I'm going to grab a syringe to draw it up. Okay, this is a 2.5 ml syringe. I should have just cut the package. Okay. And then this vial is a 5 ml vial. So what we'll do is we'll just divide it in half. We'll suck up 2.5 mils on one side, and we'll remove the needle because we won't be injecting it, so we don't need that. We'll just draw up with the hub, which makes it easier anyways, and we will just do 2.5 mils on each hip. Okay. So there's half of our vial. Oh, thanks for the kisses, Misa Mila. How are you guys doing? Hey, Emily. Sorry if I missed any point or questions. Oh, thanks for the gift, La Lima. You guys are awesome. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna get a little cold. I don't know where my space heater went. Somebody stole it. I go to Mexico City, I come back in, and they steal my space heaters. But, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Let's get our stabbing action on. And then I have all this stuff to do to finish up and polish up my face for afterwards. Okay. I did not numb today because I am using the 0.5 cartridge. So it's only 0.5 millimeters in depth. And I think last time we did it, I did 1 millimeter depth, so I knew that was going to be more intense. Today, I'm only doing half that depth, so we don't need to numb up. And I'm just going to start applying this hyaluronic acid here. It's chilly. Okay. Turn our pen on. The Channel Pro pen has 2 settings on it, 2 speeds. We're going to go on the fastest speed, and we're just going to start stamping that hyaluronic acid into our skin. And not only is this going to hydrate our skin and allows us to do this not dry, but the action of puncturing the skin is going to help tighten the skin. So we're going to infuse it with hydration, but we're also going to basically mechanically tighten the skin through the trauma of stabbing it, right? Pricking it a bunch. If I stand back, I can kind of see my head at the same time. Let me see. For YouTube, let's pull the okay, there. You guys can now see me talking and stamping. And then for TikTok, this is working out great, right? You guys can see very well. So not only will this improve fine lines and stretch marks, but it will retexture your skin, it will firm it. You're taking advantage of the snow, perhaps? Wait. Oh, Edward. Yeah. Yeah, maybe he's out snowboarding today. I don't know. Did Colorado get snow? I feel like we're not getting very much snow here yet. But it's been super foggy here in Northern California. Okay, even though it's a 0.5, it's still a little tender. It is definitely like meat tenderizing your skin. I mean, doesn't it look like a meat tenderizer to you? Sure does, right? It's a meat tenderizer for the body. Okay. Oh, I also have some of these new skin products from Cyclar. Has anybody tried this brand yet? They just sent it in PR this week, so we're going to try those out. It's supposed to be a vanilla scent. It's like a body oil, a cream, and then I think they have some kind of perfume. Okay. You guys see that it's starting to get red. There's some pinpoint bleeding on it, which is what we want to see. Rub more of this in. Now we're just going to stamp it in. Ooh, I can like lean on my back table. I feel like this might help me. Sometimes like doing this like makes my neck feel kind of strained. But I feel like this could be a positive posture for me. Not looking down at it, but I am looking at it in my mirror. Okay, let's do our last application of it. Oh, Lydia shared the live. That was so kind of you, Lydia. Thank you so much. You guys, that's so nice of you when you guys do stuff like that for me. I have a brisket going in my crock pot right now. It smells really good. And I made the meat skillet for the boys this morning for breakfast and for their lunches. They took rice and meat skillet in their thermoses. You don't see any marks on me, Melissa? I mean, it's getting better, I think. The consistency helps, I think. Obviously, just like anything in life. Oh, Espera Flor says, I'm grateful for your videos. I have learned a lot. Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. I'm just gonna like hit into that one strong stretch mark I have vertically there, just like kind of deep, especially now that the skin is all like warmed up and I can kind of take that more. I don't know if you guys can see like all the pinpoint bleeding. Hold on, let me bring in the camera now. It might help you guys see it more. But there's a lot of like pinpoint bleeding going on here. Ah! That was just a sheet mask that fell, but it freaked me out. Okay. Turn you off for a minute. We'll just massage in our hyaluronic acid slip with our little pinpoint bleeding. And just make that all nice and smooth. Okay. We will come back to you after you heal up in a minute. Let's suck up the rest of our hyaluronic acid slip. Remember, we did 2.5 mils for my right side, so we'll suck up the rest because this is a 5 ml vial, and we'll do the rest on my other hip. Okay, got it. So let's go to this side. If I'm not catching your questions, I apologize. I am trying to pay attention, but sometimes it runs fast for me. Okay. And then also my head is like kind of angled at a weird angle. Okay, we're at the second speed again. This is an 82 pin flower cartridge, 5 millimeters in depth. And we'll basically do the same thing. We'll basically layer 3 times with our stamping and hyaluronic acid solution. Obviously, I couldn't share this on a live, but you could obviously microneedle other areas of your body that you wanted to tighten, like you wanted to do it to your buttocks. So if I just, I would get in trouble if I did that. But obviously, microneedling this side of my body is just an example of what kind of body microneedling you can do. And again, I like the Channel Pro pen for body microneedling because look at how much area I can cover, and it's got a great stamping action to it with like that hit plus the prick, which causes a lot of trauma and then encourages the elastin and the fibroblast to rebuild and remodel the skin. So that's the reason microneedling is like a controlled trauma when you're looking at rebuilding collagen, firming up skin and tone. And then you can choose great products to infuse in to the channels as you're opening up the skin, right? Because we have a skin barrier for a reason. That skin barrier prevents a lot of things from getting deeper into our skin. So by micro needling or micro channeling, you're opening up the skin, giving passage. Hey Jenny May, how are you? Kelly, did you say yum to my brisket? Yeah, the brisket smells so good right now in the house. That's why I love doing roasts. Like, I love almost every day having a roast or something going in my crock pot because it just makes the house smell so delicious. It's so homey. Being warm, smelling good food, those are like top on my list of needs. Welcome Tabby and Galina, or Giannina. Some of you guys challenge me with your names, but I try. I really do try. Oh, lucky Oodle, thank you so much for the gift badge. Kelly, I got you for the gift exchange, by the way. Melissa, we're able to say that, aren't we? Did I just ruin something? I hope I didn't just ruin something. So in case you don't know, every year in our Skin Squad, we do a fun like gift exchange concept with our group of live streamers in our app. And Kelly is one of our newest live streamers this year. And anyways, I guess if I wasn't allowed to say it, well, I did anyways. But I got her. So I did take care of that this morning. So I'm excited for you to get your little gift. Okay, Kelly says, I feel that way about my derma stamp for my scalp, covers more surface area. Yeah, precisely. Okay, so our last layer of material. Rub it in. My hand gets super slippery. Okay, let's just make sure we get some nice impact. I'm gonna lean back on my back table again. Okay. Jenny Mae says, well, every time Secret Santa is out of the bag. I know. Hey, Lorraine, how are you? Oh, shoot. Melissa says, Kim, it's Secret Santa. Like, hello? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, Kelly. I busted up the Secret Santa for you. Well, it was secret until now. Surprise. I am so bad at following rules, it's not even funny. I ruin my own things. What's going on? It's night in my country. Oh, Ben, where do you live? Kelly says, me too, Kim. My crock pot is my most used appliance. I know. Like, I don't have a problem now spending a good amount of money on a crock pot, even though they're still relatively cheap, because literally it's like buying running shoes. Like, spend the $300 because you are going to get, like, time and time again out of it. Like, it just gets used like crazy. Okay, I feel like I got better, like, pricks on the other side than I am getting on this side. So I want to make sure that I get some good blood. I want to see some blood. Show me some blood. Come on. We can do it. Oh, you live in India, Ben? Where in India? I've been to a bunch of places in India. I've been to Mumbai, Delhi, Agra, Jaipur, Tirupur, Bangalore. I think that's it. Where do you live? I know India's huge. Okay. I mean, I think I'm getting some pinpoint bleeding. I see a little bit, but definitely not as good as the other side. And did we just run out? And I just ran out of power. Oh wait, no, did I jam its thing? Nope. I used her all up. All right, well, I guess we ended at the right time because I need to plug that one back in. Okay, let's see. Is that like the right distance? Yes. Okay, before I sit down, now remember, We always throw away our pin cartridges, so you just unscrew it. You do not save these. These pin cartridges for the Channel Pro pen are coming down in cost because Joe was able to buy the models, so now there's not going to be such an upcharge on these cartridges, so that's great for us. So because that's the one issue is consumables can be expensive, right, with devices, and so these heads were pretty expensive, so now that they're coming down, you should have no excuse to save them. You should always dispose of them because the pins do burr, so they're not great to reuse. Even if you can sanitize it like with alcohol and any UV blocks, it's still not going to be the best application in the future because you've already used it up and you've burned those pins. Okay. So we like a good deal. We like the cost coming down. Let's see. What else can we do? I just left the post office sending out my Christmas gifts as well. Oh, Kelly, how exciting. Yes, I have some packaged up gifts today that I need to go mail. So after this, that is one of my plans, which is why we got to take care of my face once we finish this. But okay, so let's try this stuff out. I have not used it yet. So here we are. Cyclar Vanilla Verb Vitamin C Body Oil. So we're going to put this on. And you guys, this is here on TikTok. Let's find it. Okay, I'm just going to pin. Oh, wait, that's not the right thing. Hold on. Okay, here's the body oil. Pin it. Okay, so the body oil is pinned. So, let's see. I mean, I do like that you get a lot of it. Ooh, okay. It does smell yummy, you guys. If you're into vanilla, you're gonna like this. So it's a vitamin C, so you're getting the antioxidant benefits also. I'm gonna put some of this in my hands and I'm gonna put it on where we just microneedled also. Start hydrating that area. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, so now that whole area has been kind of coated and hydrated after its stamping action. Then the next two products we have from this company called, is it called Cyclar, or am I saying that right? I mean, Cyklar seems like Cyclar to me. And then, let's see, here on TikTok, they have this set where you're getting 3 items. So here is the Vanilla Verb Nutrient Rich Body Cream. So let's try this out. I'm gonna sit down. We'll do this on like my upper body. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm loving how well this glides. Like sometimes, you know, lotions will be like, This one just like really glides on really well. Smells delicious. Let's do this side. Definitely it's nice to have like thick hydrating products like this in the colder months so we get super dry. I know I get dry, especially as I've gotten older. I've noticed how much drier I've just been experiencing the winters. I was never like a body lotion person, and now I feel like I have to like think about it more because I'm like, wait, maybe that's the reason people are into body lotions is because they get dry, and now I feel like that does happen. Okay. So this whole thing smells super yummy, and you guys, look at how beautiful these are. I love this like ochre color. It's so pretty. Like when I paint, well, I don't paint anymore, but when I used to paint, ochre was like one of my favorite colors to use, so this like really reminds me of it right now. Okay, beautiful. And I like how much volume you get in both of these products. It's a lot. Yeah, Melissa says, especially in the winter, my hands get so dry. Okay, let's see if we can open this up. And we're going to put my sweater back on because I'm cold. And somebody stole my heating lamp that usually sits right here next to me, blowing heat on me as I do these things. Okay. Okay, let's take off our mask. We've been hydrating long enough. Okay, super hydrated now. Okay. How are you guys doing on TikTok? Have you guys seen these products before? These Cyclar products? Have you smelled them? They smell delicious. Okay, Ben asked, have any plans for fire and ash? I don't know what that means. Is that like a tradition in India that I'm unfamiliar with? Okay. Now, they also sent this Vanilla Verb perfume. You know, my hands are going to be completely unable to open this. So let's see. Okay. Oh, it's a big roller. I was wondering how this was going to apply. So look at it. It's a big little roller. Okay, I feel like this threesome that they have, this essential set for $79, could be a really beautiful gift, like for a mother-in-law or a mom or a grandma, because, or like office, like person who does all your bookkeeping in your office or something. This could be a really nice gift. It's not too personal, but it's something that they would enjoy. As usual, I'm struggling with the roller. I don't know if it's dispensing or not. I can't really tell. But I already smell so much like vanilla. It's hard to tell if this like really went on. But again, such a pretty little bottle. Fits perfectly in your bag. Okay, let's get to it. We've got some fun stuff to do today. I haven't done my makeup for you guys in a while, so that's what we're gonna do, because Pixie sent a bunch of products. They're all Hello Kitty. How juvenile am I? But we're gonna test them out, see how they go. And then along with it, I've got some Sephora products. So I don't know if you guys have tried the Reveal the Real Sephora. It's like a skin tint. And then I also have their contour stick. So we're just gonna use these things to do up our face. And I'm gonna pull over some makeup brushes. Okay. Got a bunch of makeup brushes here to do whatever this is gonna be. Just brush through my hair for a second. Put our headband back on. Okay, here we go. First, we need to put on an SPF, of course. So I've got the Prequel. This is a 46 SPF shield. And it goes on great, you guys. And I do have this on TikTok. So let's see if I can find it. Have you guys tried any of the Prequel products? This is only $25. Seems like a great deal for such a nice sunscreen. So it's a 46 mineral based. And look at how nice it goes on, creating great coverage. I'll work it in. It won't leave me with a white cast. We're going to take it down my neck. Don't scrimp on the application of your sunscreen. Get a really nice thick coating. Look, you guys see how it just like sets in so nice. It really leaves like a nice sheen to the skin. Okay. Kelly says, yay, it's Christmas. My filler house box just arrived. Ooh, Kelly, what did you order? Tell all. Next week inside the app on Monday, I'll be doing mesotherapy in my neck. I have 2 bottles of Rejuvenation Red. So I think we're just going to really pack my neck with a ton of the Rejuvenation Red just to like really make it nice and smooth and tight. It will also get bruised probably from that amount, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we got our sunscreen on. Now it's time to put on this skin tint. It is very, very thin. I always struggle with the right way to do a skin tint. I don't know. We'll just like drop it on our forehead and just like move it around. I'm pretty sure it's buildable, so we can like make it thicker, but I just wanted to show you kind of how sheer it is too. Yeah, I know some people use brushes, sponges, whatever. I don't know. I use them all too. Sometimes I just use my fingers. So you can see how it kind of just like, I don't even know if this is the right color for myself, honestly. When I walked into Sephora, I just grabbed it. I grabbed the color, which one is this? I think it's like Fair 2. Wait. Oh, it's just Fair 140p is what I'm wearing. So I'm not sure if it's the perfect skin color tone for me, but I think it's okay. Especially once we start like layering on some other colors, I think it's okay. Might be a little on the warm side, but I don't think it's bad. Let's get a towel so I can clean my hands. Here, I'm gonna make TikTok come in a little bit closer. Is that better for you guys? Okay. Oh, you know what we need? We need some Red Bull. P is for pink undertone. Oh, that's good to know, Melissa. Thank you as usual. Okay, so I have 140p for pink undertones. I do have pink undertones, so maybe this is like the perfect shade for me. Maybe I did a really good job at Sephora without even having to get assistance, which is unique for me when it comes to picking foundations and skin tints. Okay, and then I decided to try out their contour stick, and I got the color light to medium. So now we'll just give ourselves some shadowing since we do have such a tall forehead. And we'll just shove some in our eye socket too. And I do just use my fingers to like blend all this in. I've been seeing some interesting and amazing like TikTok / Instagram reels on makeup application where girls are making like the vectors like I would for placing filler or mapping out my face for mezzo or toxin. And basically they're doing these vectors and then they're throwing like the contour and the blush into those places. And I think it's a really smart idea. I should probably try it out. But obviously I'm just being quick and lazy. This is getting a little muddy on the top of my forehead. Hold on. Let's get out a brush that can kind of pick up some of the product. Okay. That actually got a little kind of crazy. Hold on. We're going to fix that. I think it went a little too muddy. I probably put too much on. Let's put on some more skin tint and see if we can just like make it a little bit brighter here. And it will teach us how this layers as well. Okay, I think that looks a little bit better. All right. Did I fix my, okay, I fixed all that? Okay. Oh, what is Ben doing now, Melissa? You had to block his message. Of course, weirdo. Okay, so what else do we have going on here? So this is the Hello Kitty kit. There's a lot of, this is called the Anywhere palette. So we've got a lot of highlighters and pink blushes in here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna first use just some setting powder from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is like my mini for travel, but I just decided to pull this one out and just use it since it was in my travel bag. Okay, so we're gonna set all this, and then we're gonna get into this Hello Kitty palette. And you know what? Sorry, YouTube, we'll bring you closer. Okay, that's probably better. All right. So I'm just like getting a bunch of this setting powder on my brush. Just drying out those cream products, setting them. Whenever we play with new makeup, I'm always like, ooh, what's gonna happen? Okay, so we've got these colors, this subtly sun-touched, I can't say this word, subtly sun-touched, this center one. This looks really pretty. Oh, there is pink to it. Okay. So maybe we'll use that to kind of start. Let's see, this brush looks good. Let's see. How pink is this? Okay, it's kind of like got a bricky kind of hue to it. I don't know how well that's showing up though. We'll just kind of like layer this in. We might become like a clown today as we play in all this new makeup and figure out what we're doing. I'll probably go to the post office looking like a crazy person. It's okay. They've seen me in lots of different configurations. Okay, I feel like that color's kind of pretty, but then there's all these like other shimmers, and I kind of like this one called Cute, which is like super pale. So let's see if we can like put that on top of it. I don't know how. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Okay, that is fun. Do you guys see that? That has a lot of iridescence to it. That is a lot. I feel like we could become ice princesses with this. I'm like, do you see that? Okay. Kind of a lot to take in there. Let's do some on our nose, because I like it when our nose reflects some light and the little bones pop. And I feel like this is really fun for that. The other place, and I know I'm wearing like a big sweatshirt, but I feel like if you take this and you take it along your clavicle, that's gonna like really pop as well. Not that anyone will see that because it will be hidden underneath my sweatshirt, but like if you were out and you had like a lower V-neck, that's gonna like make these pop a ton. If you take your finger, I think you can make it more intense. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, you guys, this is the Hello Kitty. I know it seems juvenile, I get it. But look at how that is transferring. It's like really, really pretty and intense. That could be really pretty, especially for like holiday parties. Okay. Okay, let's go on. There's so many fun colors in here. Even this peachy one I feel like would be pretty, but now we've done this like very iridescent one, so let's stay with that. I kind of want to know what this is like. Do we think this is a bronzer? Hold on, let's see. I mean, could be a lot. Let's just see what it's like up here. Ooh, okay, that is giving us, yeah, a lot of sun up here. You know what? Take this down our neck. Okay. Now we're getting kind of like a bronzy gold on our neck. And then we've got ice on our chest. Totally making sense. Okay. Next, we've got the eyeshadow palette. And we need to be careful because this is when I really start to go a little bananas. Look at these colors. What do we think? What are we gonna do? We're gonna stay away from the blue and the purple because, I mean, maybe we'll use the purple. Are they all? Okay, this is my only, is this my only matte? Okay, I've also got white as a matte, but it looks like everything else is shimmer and sparkle. Let's think about this. What else do I have in here? Okay. I feel like I need some definition, but I'm afraid that that purple matte is going to be too intense. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to pick up a little bit. I'll just go over here with it. Maybe we can use it like an eyeliner, kind of. Okay, we'll use this to kind of help us do an eyeliner idea. Okay, I think that's working out okay. If you think that I planned any of this out, I did not, obviously. So if it goes bad, then you know why. Because we're just rolling with it. And yes, I realize that it's 11 o'clock in the morning and I'm doing a kind of smoky eye. But it's not going to stay smoky because I'm going to layer on all these other colors that are much brighter. I just kind of wanted some definition around the eye. Maybe we'll take it underneath a little bit, whatever's left on the brush. So this is why you come. You never know what's going to happen. Okay. I think we need a transition shade, and so we're going to use this shimmer in here. It's like a brown shimmer. We'll see. I'm surprised they did not give any mattes for this, but we'll see how dark this is. Okay, I feel like this will kind of work. I know, you're thinking, this is Hello Kitty, Kim. Maybe you should use like the pinks and the purples. Okay, I did use the purple to kind of outline my eye. We're using this color to kind of give us some shadow in our socket. But we'll layer on more colors. Maybe we'll try this. Okay, maybe we'll try this pink with the bow. What do you think? Should we do that? Oh man, this is gonna go crazy. All right, let's try it. Let's try out this pink. Sometimes with these shimmers, it applies best with your finger, better than a brush, because the oils in your finger help it act like a glue. Yeah, okay, like that. Okay, that doesn't look too crazy. All right, and then there's this really hydro, like highlighting iridescent pink, which I think we want to do in the inner corner for sure. We really want to pack that in to make it bright there. Oh yeah, see that? That is fun. Pink is always a good color. Thanks, Jenny May. Thanks, Kelly. I'm glad you think it's pretty. Hopefully the guy at the post office doesn't think I look crazy. Or that I just got ready to go to the post office. The highlight of my day. Yeah, I find with like shimmers like this, you really have to use your finger. Otherwise, they just don't transfer well with brushes. Okay. Let's see. There's this like champagne color in here, right here, that I'm just going to use to kind of bring up this tone too, like a little bit higher. Okay. I think, I don't even know if it's reading that well for you guys. I mean, it's reading pretty intense for me in my mirror, but I don't know. What do you think? It's a little intense. You see? Okay. I think it's okay. Now, we just need to do some lip, and I have some mascara. So this is just the Charlotte Tilbury, what is it called? Lip Cheat. And we'll just outline our lips with it. I feel like I really wanted this iridescent that I got on my cheek in my inner corner, and that pink didn't really do what I thought it was going to do. So I'm going to go back into this big palette and get more of that, and I'm just going to put it here because I feel like this one's reading brighter. Yeah, that seems better to me. Oh yeah, okay. That seem more icy. Alright. So we did our kind of like lip liner, and then they sent this lip tone. I don't know what it's gonna be like. What are you gonna be like? Oh, it's just a like a jelly gloss. Okay. I feel like it's getting pinker. You guys, is this getting more pink as I put it on? What are you doing? Lip tone, prettiest moisturizing tint, creates your unique hint of a tint color. It is. It's becoming a tinted, it's like changing color as I'm watching it. You see that? Okay, that's fun. I think that's really pretty. We did a pink look today. All right, let's just put on some mascara. I should probably film a YouTube video today now that I'm all done up. Okay, the only thing is that this is, watch this. It's stringy. Maybe that will dry down. I don't know. That's very stringy. Okay. think that's a little bit better. This is that tubing mascara from Blick, or Blink, however you say their name, Blink. When I do tubing mascara, I always use like a spoolie to just help kind of make it less thick on each lash. I think it's like important to keep these like disposable spoolies around. I use them all the time for everything. I'm not sure how I feel about the stringiness on this. Okay. And then last but not least, we need to set it. So they sent a makeup fixing mist. Okay, my nose is running. Hold on. Okay, let's spray ourselves. Okay. What do you guys think? We are ready to go to the post office now with our Hello Kitty makeup on. Yes, do we look like we're 14? Maybe. Okay. Hopefully that was fun for you guys. You think it's pretty? Thanks, guys. Pretty in pink. Yes, we're like Molly Ringwald today. Okay. I won't make you guys wait for me to put everything away. But thank you so much for joining me today. I will not have a produced video tomorrow, but I will have a produced video on Thursday next week, and it's gonna be a wrap up of everything I did, like every injectable I did this year in 2025. Because I know a lot of people always wonder, like, what is it that you did? Like, tell us everything. So I'm gonna go through my binder, I'm gonna organize it all, we're gonna go through the year, and I'm just gonna do this massive wrap up of every product that I used, and why and what the purpose of that product would be, because I think that would be really insightful for you guys. I know it would be insightful for me. When I do these kinds of things, it reminds me, it reinforces the concepts. Like, I love doing it too. It's really helpful. So I hope you guys look forward to that video, and I will see you guys in the app on Monday afternoon on the 15th, where we'll be doing Resin or Red. I'm going to be doing a bunch of mesotherapy injections in my neck for that day. And then we have the like, I don't know how many days it was, Melissa, but we have a ton of days of giveaways going on in the app right now. And so many vendors have participated in that. We have so many great gifts. And so you can enter every day. There's going to be lots of winners, and we're excited to bless you guys with lots of gifts. All right, you guys, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.